As a Yoruba descendant, we must not forget our source. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá, a ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbàgbé orírun wa. Today we'll be talking about the story of Okanbi and the children of Oduduwa. Before we delve into this story, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, share, and drop a beautiful comment. Like I always say, constructive criticism is welcome, as we all tend to learn together here. Now, let us go fully into the story of Okanbi and the children of Oduduwa. Long, long ago, before the white men came, before the forest knew the sound of iron and gunpowder, the world of the Yoruba was still young. At its center stood Ile-Ife, the land chosen by the gods, the place where the earth first became dry under the feet of Oduduwa, the one who descended from the heavens on a chain of light, hence the name Oduduwa Atewonro. Oduduwa ruled Ile-Ife in wisdom and strength. His reign brought peace, prosperity, and the light of civilization. Under his hand, men learned to forge iron, women learned the craft of weaving, and priests carried the voice of Olodumare to the people. He was called Father of all, King of the world, and a ruler whose throne touches the heaven. In his later years, Oduduwa married a beautiful wise woman. From their union came a single son, born under a sky filled with stars that refused to fade until dawn. The Ifa priest divined and said, "This child shall be the seed of nations. Through him the world shall multiply, and kings shall rise from his bloodline." Oduduwa named him Okanbi, for he was the only child born of his legitimate wife. He grew in grace and wisdom, a son who listened more than he spoke, and whose eyes shone like those of a hunter who sees beyond the forest. As Okanbi grew, Oduduwa taught him the secrets of kingship, how to rule with justice, how to speak with power, how to honor the gods, and how to carry the weight of the people's hearts. He taught him the laws of the land, the art of divination, and the meaning of Ashe, that means divine authority. When Oduduwa went to council, Okanbi sat by his side. When he judged disputes, Okanbi listened and learned. He became the mirror through which Oduduwa saw his own youth. In time, Okanbi married and had 7 great children, blessed by the gods themselves. Each was unique in spirit and strength. Orogun, brave and wise, loved peace and fairness. Olowu, fiery and strong, a warrior of the people. Alaketu, graceful and just, loved the heart of trade. Onisabe, quiet but clever, full of mysteries. Onikpokpo, kind and adventurous, walked far into the west. Oromiyan, fierce and restless, a conqueror destined for the throne. Oba of Benin, through Oromiyan, born of another land, became bridge between worlds. Oduduwa saw in them the stars of destiny, shining like beads on the neck of time. When Oduduwa grew old and his beard turned the color of moonlight, he called his household and all the people of Ile-Ife to the great square before his palace. He sat upon the Okeolofin, the sacred throne, surrounded by priests, chiefs, and diviners. The drums of Ife beat slowly. Gbogbo ayé gbọ́, gbogbo ayé mọ̀. That means let all the world hear, let all the world know. Oduduwa lifted his staff and spoke. My time upon this earth is near its end. The gods have called me home to rest, but the world must not be left in darkness. You, my children, shall carry the light to the 4 corners of this earth. He turned to Okanbi and said, You, my son, have been my eyes and my heart. Through you, my blood shall never die. Take the crown, the staff, and the parrot feather of power. Share them among your own, that the world may know order and peace. Then Oduduwa called each child of Okanbi forward. To Orogun of Ila, he gave a staff and a talking drum. To Olowu, he gave a sword and a beaded crown. To Alaketu, he gave a crown and a trading pouch. To Onisabe, he gave a crown and a sacred calabash. To Onipopo, he gave a royal staff and a shell. To Oromio, he gave a sword and a crown of iron. He said, "Go northward and build a kingdom of warriors. Let your people ride upon horses and conquer the plains." And so Oromio founded Oyo and later went east to Benin, where he planted another royal seed. Also, he came back to Ile-Ife to become Ooni. And lastly, Oduduwa said, "Ile-Ife shall remain the root and the head, the sacred home of our ancestors, the womb from which all kings are born." And so he blessed the future Ooni, the spiritual ruler of Ife, to remain custodian of the gods. As the people watched, Oduduwa raised his hand to the sky and spoke, "Children of my loins, remember this: the world may stretch wide, but your source is one. Never forget Ile-Ife, for it is your beginning and your crown." He took a deep breath, looked at the sun, and smiled. The ground trembled. A soft wind blew, and before their eyes, Oduduwa disappeared into the earth, swallowed by the land he created. Where he vanished, a shrine was built, the Ooni's palace of today, the heart of Ile-Ife. After his departure, the children of Okanbi journeyed in all directions. Ife remained the sacred head. Oyo became the sword and the shield. Benin became the jewel of kingship. Ketu, Sabe, Popo, Owu, Ila, all became the lights across the horizon. From one man came many nations. From one house came a people whose songs, proverbs, and wisdoms still echoes across the forests and plains of Africa. When you call a person Yoruba, you call them a child of Oduduwa.